we confess that Jesus was fully human and fully God. So as a reminder of Jesus's humanity, I have a little wooden figure with me, a human figure. Jesus was fully human, and so Jesus understands us. He understands us in a way that only another human can. Jesus experienced so much of what we experience. He experienced hunger, thirst, and exhaustion. He experienced sadness and great loss. He experienced joy and celebration. He experienced learning and teaching. Jesus knows completely what it is to be human. And from his experience of humanity, Jesus knows and expects that we can do great things and godly things. Jesus invites us to join in his work. Jesus called the disciples, and Jesus calls us. None of the disciples would have been considered qualified for their role. They were fishermen and tax collectors, people that no rabbi in their right mind would choose to have as followers. And yet Jesus chose them. Jesus chose them to be disciples, and Jesus chose throughout his ministry to eat with sinners and to stay with tax collectors. Jesus loved the outcast. Zacchaeus was a chief tax collector, a role that was reviled by the Jewish people. Tax collectors back then were Jews who worked for the Roman government, and as they collected taxes, they would often overcharge and then skim off the top, making themselves quite wealthy in the process. When Jesus found Zacchaeus, he had climbed up a tree in order to see Jesus through the crowd of people. And Jesus declared that he was going to dine with Zacchaeus that night. The people in the crowd were shocked that Jesus was going to go to the home of a sinner and break bread. Jesus knew then, and Jesus knows now, that no one is unworthy to be called by God and to do God's work. No matter what we do or how far we stray, Jesus continues to invite us to join him in his work and mission. Jesus' work has become our work and our mission. Zacchaeus decided then and there that he was going to give away half of his wealth to the poor, and that anyone who he had overtaxed, he would return that money as well as 4 times the amount that he had taken from them. Throughout Lent, over these next 40 days or so, I invite you to remember Jesus's human side and to think about what you might plan to do so that come Easter, you will be more closely able to reflect the Christ that lives inside of you and works through you.